Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. Right now, I'm going to do a reaction video to something that Corey Holcomb said. And he and I are in perfect agreement when we come to the conclusion that a simp is a detriment to the black community. A simp is someone that will continue to promote the bad behaviors of a woman, all in the name of love, all in the name of loneliness, all in the name of not wanting to be by themselves. So what we're going to do is play a clip in this reaction video that I'm using out of fair use and educational purposes to demonstrate what it is I mean. And then I'm going to give you my commentary to go along with that. Now let's go ahead and do that. 1 second.
I've seen it happen to the best of them, man. I've seen it happen to the best of them. I'm not talking about dummies. Matters of the heart in America, it winds up with mental extortion, where you wind up marrying somebody you ain't got no goddamn business marrying.
Now, let me go ahead and break down what he means by mental extortion. See, the thing is, a woman can pressure you to do things that you really don't want to do. For example, there are some people that are foreigners who are meeting men who are in love with them, but the woman may need a green card. For example, he falls in love with her and she starts threatening him, say, I'm gonna leave you if you don't marry me. Even though you might have known that woman for only 4 months or 5 months or 6 months, you don't want to leave her alone. You keep giving her money, you keep taking care of her, and you do whatever it takes to keep that woman. So this is what he means by mental extortion, because they have you always thinking about what I need to do next to make this woman happy. What is the next step up ahead that's going to keep her with me? What do I have to produce? What do I have to provide? What do I have to say in order to keep this woman with me? How? This is the mental extortion that he's talking about. He's making reference to the pressures that women will put on a man to produce something for them. You get it? And most times simps fall for that. Alpha males, sigma males do not fall for that. Simps and beta male providers will.
Oh, goddamn business marrying.
Man.
It don't just happen with marriage here in the States. It happened with relationships. I want to say this because I think this statement is going to kick up some dust, but it's the truth. Gangbangers, pimps, all these men get bad raps in society. But you know who is the worst motherfucker in America? The worst man in America is the one who falls in love easily.
Let me break that down. He's absolutely correct. Gangbangers, drug dealers, pimps. Now, I can speak from experience because I have been all three of those things. I have done time before, not in prison, but in jail and stuff a lot of time, and also have been extradited from one state to another for a $100,000 bond. And I did a video explaining that. You can go down my thing and you can find that video where I talk about my past. Anyway, so those type of men do get the worst rap, the worst reputations for hurting people, poisoning the community, being abusive, being violently abusive, being physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually abusive of the people. But what's worse than that type of man who does that type of thing is a simp. Because a simp drains masculinity. A simp places himself in the forefront of men and say, hey, look at me. This is what you're supposed to be doing when you have a woman of this caliber. You're supposed to bow down. So a simp is a negative influence on a man, on a teenager.
Because he creates a family that ain't shit.
Back it up, because I agree.
Because he creates a family that ain't shit.
How does a simp make a family that ain't crap? Because, like I said before, he is a piss poor example of masculinity in front of his son. He is a piss poor example of masculinity in front of his daughter. If the son see his father following his mother, doing everything that his mother asks him or demands of him, then that boy probably gonna grow up with a feminine mindset and do the same thing that daddy's doing and thinking there's nothing wrong with that. Be a super Captain Save-A-Whore. be a super duper simp. And if the daughter sees the man backing down if the daughter sees her father backing down to her mother every time, then she's going to expect every man that she comes in contact with to do the same thing. Why? Because her father, the simp, who doesn't ever check or correct mama, taught her that.
Everything about his whole motherfucking shit. Let me tell you something about a simp. A simp will be around an immoral woman and expect all his friends and family to treat her like a queen. And that causes breakdown in society. A cake-ass nigga will be with a bitch you could never be proud of.
Exactly. Now, when he says that a simp or a sucker will be with a woman that is immoral and expect the parents and friends, family and friends to respect her when she does not deserve respect, that's true. Because they will fight with their own family. They will fight with their own friends. If their friends or their family members say, hey, this woman is not the woman for you, because he's so head over heels over this woman, because he is so coochie whipped behind this woman. Do you understand what I'm saying? He will disrespect his own family and own friends to protect the honor of a whore, even though she is disrespecting him.
Cake ass nigga will be with a bitch you could never be proud of. And that motherfucker will look at his homie like his homie ain't shit. If his homie ever say, man, check your girl. Have you ever gone out to dinner with a motherfucking cake ass nigga and his unchecked bitch? A cake ass nigga and his unchecked bitch will fuck up the whole restaurant.
The whole vibe, the whole night.
Yeah.
It's just, ugh.
Bitch, you just say and do what the fuck she want to do and don't give a fuck what happened. I'm saying, like, yo, man, we are living in some times where a lot of debacles are induced. But one thing about a weak ass nigga, he gets a pass because it seems like he a nice guy. But really, that motherfucker's presence around a whole bunch of other people will fuck up everything because he got an unchecked bitch on his side.
Exactly. Gentlemen, never be afraid to check your woman. And I'm not talking about disrespecting her. I'm not talking about putting hands on her or being abusive whatsoever. But never be afraid to stand your ground and tell a woman when she is in the wrong, especially if she's with you, because she is reflecting you. What she does will reflect on you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? You can't be like that, gentlemen. So never be afraid to check a woman, to put her in her place, so to speak. Now, let me go ahead and put this up here. I didn't know they're going to shoot up like that. My bad. Let's play this right here.
Like, I've always been the breadwinner in my relationships, and I realize now that I'm older and I looked at my dating patterns that I always pick the guy who don't have the most money because I like to control the situation.
Said that
I like to be.
Exactly. Women choose weaker men because they see that they can control weaker men. And these are the same women that say men ain't nothing, that men ain't doo-doo, because they can't control the type of men that they truly want. You hear me? The ones that they can control, they don't think nothing about them. But the ones that they really want and can't control, that's when they talk bad about us.
Said that
I like to be able to
times.
leave when I want to leave. I like to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. I am attracted to alpha males, but alpha males, they're attracted to me initially physically, but once they figure out like we're both like this, they're like, oh, no, we can't do this.
Would you consider yourself an alpha woman?
Absolutely.
Okay, correction. I'm so sick of hearing that right there. There is no such thing as an alpha woman. There is only masculine women and feminine women. Did you hear what I said? I've heard this all the time. Even when you say alpha, that is suggestive of masculinity. You get what I'm saying? There's no such thing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about today's message. Also, let me know what you think about the new intro I put in there. I just made this last night. I have a female jazz vocalist singing the song on there, and changed up the little music you're hearing playing right now. brass music. You know, some of you know I love to have jazz music playing. Anyway, let me know what you think about everything. I'll see y'all in a little while. One moment.
Say that you've changed.